and welcome to Miller Realty Group's Talk of the Town, Carolinas. I'm your host, Patti Mercer. Hey, if you're thinking of buying or selling your home, remember to call Carmen or visit CarolinaHomesearch.com. Today's episode, we're sitting with the chairman for York County Council, Michael Johnson, to learn about what's happening in York County and also talk about South Carolina Senate, which you know he's made the announcement that he's running. So let's go inside, check it out. Michael Johnson, of course, chairman of the York County Council. So good to have you with us.
Thank you.
It's January, start of not only just a new year, but a new decade.
It is.
Lots to discuss, and it's always great to get an update from you about issues that are impacting and affecting York County and all of us who live here.
There's a lot going on in York County, as you well know. We've already begun to see some of the building at Gold Hill and 77. That work has begun. Hopefully, in the next 6 to 8 weeks, we're going to finalize the plans for 160 and 77.
Okay.
Start moving forward. My hope is that there's a $60 million bridge we could build. That's what I want to build. I want to get rid of the problem permanently. I don't want to put a Band-Aid on it. Let's fix the traffic problem. Let's get past this.
Okay.
We've got so many other issues. We're putting the 1,800 acres that we bought last year down along the river. We're going to put that into a long-term conservation bank.
Yes.
Which is very exciting to me. And we are, this year, one of the biggest things we did is we didn't raise water rates. We raised water rates 2 years ago, and we said, hey, we need $40 million over X amount of years. This year, we actually lowered them because we weren't spending the money, and to me, that's the definition of good government. That's why I'm excited about it, not because water's kind of boring, but I was excited because it was good government. We knew we didn't need your money, so we didn't tax you for it.
And we don't hear about that as much
as
we should.
Yeah.
So thank you for that good government. The land down by the Catawba, that's exciting. I'm not sure if everybody really grasps what the vision is for that land usage, but if you love the Greenway in Fort Mill, hint, hint, you're going to love what is planned for this land.
You know, I went to the Greenway Gateway opening, and one of the first people said that you can see the Greenway from space.
Really?
At night, Charlotte's all lit up, and all of a sudden there's this black hole. Well, that is the Greenway.
Yes.
Well, this is 3 times the size of the Greenway.
3 times.
26,
wow.
26 miles of walking trails when it's done. It's going to be fantastic. 1,800 acres. I couldn't be more excited that we're preserving this type of land for York County.
It's so fantastic. And of course, when we look at the quality of life, having outside opportunities is huge. It's at the top of the list, not only for communities, but also for corporate partners as well, who may be thinking about moving to York County. Speaking of, those cats, Panthers.
I keep hearing about it.
I know.
I'm excited about the opportunity for the Panthers. I think what we have to do, though, is we have to balance it. We have to make sure this is a good deal for all of us, not just the Panthers. Obviously, Mr. Tepper didn't become one of the richest men in the world without making shrewd business deals.
Sure.
And we're trying to make sure that we make a shrewd business deal for York County.
So where are we? I mean, I know that the land has been agreed upon. There's going to be some additional construction on I-77 in terms of exit ramp, and it just seems by all appearances that it's just a win-win-win-win-win for everybody.
I think it is a win-win for everybody. I think the key, though, is to understand how this all fits in, what the county has to put in for an infrastructure standpoint. We're not putting any money into the bridge. That is 100% state money and Department of Commerce money. And so, and that's a big issue because that bridge is going to start construction before 160 is going to start. And to me, that is a sore spot for me. But people need to understand that no local money is going to the bridge. That is a state bridge that is going to be put in. They're going to put in a lot of infrastructure, probably over $200 million worth of roads and power lines and water, sewer, those types of things down there. That is what the county is going to assist them with. That's what the city of Rock Hill and the Rock Hill School District are all going to do. So we'll hopefully see some sort of incentive package come through in the next 6 to 8 weeks and kind of wrap this up.
There's within you a desire to do more. And now I know definitively that there is, because you put your name in the race.
I am. Last week I announced that I was running for the South Carolina Senate for Senate 16, which is Lancaster and York counties. I'm very excited about that. I think it's a great opportunity. We are so similar if you think about it. Both counties, rapid growth, lots of infrastructure needs. We need the state to pay attention to us, and I think it's time to send a senator who is going to focus on infrastructure, schools, law enforcement, really make a difference in Columbia.
When I look at York County and I look at Lancaster County, Do you see Lancaster maybe 10 years from now, 20 years from now, facing the challenges that we're working on every day in York County, or are they kind of similar in where they are?
I think Lancaster's already dealing with these problems. When you look at Indian Land's going to double in population between now and 2025. We're only going to grow 54%, only 54%.
Only, I know.
So they're facing the exact same problems. They have sitting in traffic. That's a problem everybody has. Potholes, that's a problem everybody has. We just have to do a better job. We have to force SCDOT to do a better job. And one of my greatest, I guess, conflicts or my issues is every time I want to fix something, I run into SCDOT or I run into a state ceiling that I can't get around. I want to go to Columbia and I want to get rid of those ceilings to allow local governments to do what they need to do to fix things.
I like it. I like the sound of that very, very much. But there's others in this race. I believe there's going to be potentially 4 candidates.
There could be up to, there's 3, you might see 4, you might see 5. I think there'll be a lot of people. Senate seats don't come up every year. Most people stay in these for decades, with a plural. This is an opportunity that I couldn't say no to. I've really enjoyed being on the county council. The last year being chair really has made it, I think we're really moving the ball. What I want to see though is I want to see Lancaster County and York County do the same thing. I want to see us move the ball greater. I want to see the state pay more attention to us, and I think the best way to do that is to go to Columbia this time.
Now let's talk a little bit about the timeline. This is a primary that's going to happen really soon.
June 9th.
Like we blink, and we're going to be making this vote. You are currently serving as chair, York County Council. So how will the timing of both, let's say you win, you take that seat, how will it work together? Will you have to give up your seat as chair?
I will not. I will stay on the county council and continue to represent District 1 until December of 2020. At that point, a new person will have been elected and it'll be their turn to take over. And so the Senate could potentially just merge into to what I did for the county. So there's no conflict. I'm not stepping down. I'm going to continue to be at all the county council meetings and still doing all of my constituent breakfasts, all the things that I've always done. I'm still going to do those. I'm just also going to be running for the South Carolina Senate at the same time.
Yeah, well, it's a huge opportunity. Of course, Greg Gregory is stepping away from his seat. November would be when you would be sworn in.
November, December time frame.
December, that time frame. And then it's a 4-year term.
Years. I'd be there through at least 2024.
Okay, so when it comes to education and roads and all of the things that we're dealing budget, I know you know a thing or two about budget. You're really well in that area. Yeah, exactly. It will give you an opportunity to make a bigger impact, but also continue to build on what you have been doing, because you've been very busy serving our community for many years now. I can't think of anybody that's more prepared to step up to that next level and still represent. So we appreciate it.
And that's my goal. My goal is really, you can't go in there and say, I'm going to change everything on day one. What you have to do is you get in there, make coalitions, get people to agree with you, and talk logically about, hey, this isn't working. SCDOT is not working correctly. We're not paying our teachers adequately. We're not making sure that every child in South Carolina has an adequate education. Our roads are bad, potholes are bad. Let's fix these things and build a consensus, all the while not allowing budgets to get out of control and spending money like it's candy. It's not.
Yes.
So we have to be fiscally conservative. We have to take care of things. I'm looking forward to the chance.
Michael Johnson, thank you. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
And good luck.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, that's it for this edition of Miller Realty Group's Talk of the Town Carolinas. Hey, if you're thinking of buying or selling your home, remember to call Carmen or visit CarolinaHomesearch.com. While you're there, you can check out past episodes of Talk of the Town Carolinas. Until next time, I'm Patti Mercer. Bye-bye.